Hello, welcome to this video. Today, I'm going to show you how to block ChatGPT from crawling and using the information that you have on your website. So if you don't want your content on your sales pages and on your blog to be sort of regurgitated and reused by ChatGPT, follow this simple tutorial and I'm going to show you exactly how to block it. So while I share my screen with you, just a quick reminder, if you're not already following my YouTube channel, go ahead and click follow right now. So now I'm going to show you how to do this in SiteGround because that's my hosting panel, but you can actually do it in any hosting that you have. Most hosting panels have the same feature. If you cannot find it in yours, send them an email or find their chat box and they will surely guide you to be able to find it. It should be one of the easiest things really to actually find it. So if you're using SiteGround, you need to go to websites and then site tools. Some backends also have a search box. So you might actually just go in and search file manager. So the file manager is that space in your hosting panel that allows you to upload documents, edit them, and also download them. So you can basically change the files on your website. Now, be extremely careful what you do, because especially if you're running something like WordPress, which I am, when you go in your public HTML folder, you're going to see a lot of WordPress files. So what tends to happen here is if you make changes to the WordPress files, you might actually break your site. So do not make any changes that you do not see here. Do not just attempt. If you do not understand, go back and watch the video again, because it's very important that you don't, of course, delete or edit the wrong files. So we want to go to public HTML. Now, on some servers, the public HTML file may not be there. It might be called default. It might be called default or default HTML. So when you go to this folder, you're going to find a number of folders in it. What we want to look at is the files. So here you go. So you have a file here called robots.txt. And this is the file that tells, people who come to your website, or rather bots who come to your website, what to do with the site. So in the case of SiteGround, I can just double click and edit my file. Not all servers allow you to do this, so you might have to click on the robots.txt file and then find the download button and download it to your website. What you can do is download it, you edit it, how I'm going to show you, and then you would need to re-upload it again and overwrite the old file. Quick word of warning, once you download your file, make sure that you keep a backup of the original one, because if you do something and it doesn't work, something happens, you can always replace it with the previous file and then start again. So always keep a backup of a file, of the file that's on your site, and then you can go ahead and edit it. So in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and download it. I've downloaded a copy, and then I'm going to double click it to edit it on the server directly. Now, the code that I've shared with you, I'm going to share it in the chat here. There's a link to the blog post where you can actually get the code for this. And there are two ways in which we can block ChatGPT. And here's the code. Now, in this piece of code, what I'm saying is the GPT bot is absolutely not allowed anywhere on my site. So if you don't want it to access anything on your site, no blog posts, no pages, you need to use this particular code. If you want it to use some parts of your site, perhaps, but not others, you can actually go in and use and allow certain folders. So you would do something like this. So you would say allow, and you would give it the name of the folder you want to allow. Let's say you want to allow your pages. And then you would say disallow the blog, because you don't want the original content on your blog to be used. Or maybe it's the other way around. Your blog, you allow it to be used, and then your pages, you don't want them to be used. So this is how you do it. In my case, I want to disallow everything. So I'm just going to do this. And I'm going to leave my code like this. Here I am. And that's it. So I just need to go to save. And that's it. My robot files is saved. If you had downloaded your file and edited it locally, all you would need to do is go back to the public HTML folder and upload a file. So here you have the file upload. You'll have a very similar button in your backend, and you'll be able to upload the file after you have edited the text that we saw. So that's all. If you have any questions, as you can see, it's quite a simple process, but if you have any questions, feel free to pop them underneath this video. In the meantime, I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and make sure to follow and subscribe.